Good evening. Welcome once again to another one of our series on speaking with spirits. Tonight is going to be a very, very special night. Houdini has agreed to come through for us and to answer some questions. We've been speaking with him and he is here with us, and we are very, very excited about him agreeing to answer our questions. So, without any additional comment, why don't we get started with our session?
Okay, first off, sir, how would you like us to refer to you?
Houdini will be fine.
Okay. How did you get the name Houdini?
That was given to me by a friend. It was suggested that my real name would not work out real well in public, so he came up with Houdini so that it would get people's attention.
And it did.
Oh yes.
Okay, how do we know that we're really speaking with the spirit of Houdini?
This is the first time that I've ever agreed to come through since I have passed. I'm not sure what the best way to convince your listeners are. I do want you to know that it took a lot of convincing for me to do this tonight. I will tell you things about my life that very few people knew or understood. Hopefully that will work to convince everyone.
Okay. Where were you born?
I was born in Budapest, Hungary, but I came to the United States at a very early age.
So why did you tell people that you were born in the United States?
We were Jewish, and I did not want. At that time, there were many people that did not like the Jewish people, and I did not want to have my public image that of one that people would dislike. We chose the name Houdini, and I spoke of my American home and tried to never refer to the fact that I was born in Hungary.
Why have you not contacted any other psychics? I'm sure there have been plenty that have tried.
Yes, many tried. As a matter of fact, the people in Scranton try on a yearly basis, and I have refused to come through for them. I was always opposed to psychics and thought they were fake. I thought once I got to the other side, my feelings would change, but they did not. I did not trust individuals to have me speak with them, and so that they would prosper from my spirit presence.
Okay. So why did you agree to talk to us?
Actually, I did not want to talk to you, but I was asked by Jesus himself to come through and to speak with you tonight. It took, otherwise I would not be here. But one does not turn down the Lord himself when he asks you to do something.
Indeed. Okay, in life, what was your opinion of the afterlife?
I always believed in the spirit world, but as I lived, I ran into many, many fakes that pretended they could speak to or see ghosts. I was so offended by these illusionists that I did not want to come through and speak. I never trusted any of them.
Okay, what would you tell us about heaven?
Heaven was definitely not what I expected. I guess I really did not know what to expect. When I arrived over here, my family was waiting for me, and I started to realize how little I really did know about the afterlife. It is a truly amazing place and very magic-like. It is a place that you can do anything that you really wish to do. Now that I am over here, I wish that I had spoken more about the afterlife and had more faith in the existence of God and His powers. Heaven is truly indescribable.
We've heard that once or twice before. It must be true. Okay, in life, did you have supernatural abilities?
I believe, now that I look back, that some of the images that I saw in my mind and some of the messages I received were coming from psychic abilities. I did not truly understand what was taking place. It was a very, very difficult time in history with all the spiritualists lying and deceiving others. I wish that I could have known someone that could have taught me and let me advance my abilities. But yes, I do believe that I had some supernatural abilities.
Okay. Did you ever contact your wife after you passed?
I tried. We had words that only she would recognize. I attempted to come through, but she had no ability to understand my messages. We did not know any true psychics that could pass on the messages, and their attempts at seance were very ineffective. I did indeed try, but I failed to get my message through to her.
Okay. Are you with her now?
Of course. We loved each other deeply, and now that she has joined me over here on this side, we are together constantly.
Okay. How does heaven differ from what you thought it would be in life?
I really didn't think heaven could ever be this incredible. I must admit, at times I had truly had my doubts as to the existence of heaven. But now that I am here, I truly wish that I had spoken of my thoughts when I was alive.
Okay, you were famous for debunking psychics and spiritualists. What is your opinion of what we do?
I was not aware of the two of you until your guides approached me and asked me if I would come and speak to you. I know that there are people that have the ability to communicate with the other side, but as I said, I trust very few of them. I actually told your guides that I would not come through, that I would not attempt to come through. It was not until Jesus himself came to me and asked me to do this that I agreed to speak. I am amazed that he actually came to me. I had not seen him before.
Did you work as a British spy?
Yes. There were times when I appeared before the Kaiser that I was working with the British government. I tried to learn things that would assist them, but the Kaiser and his people were very defensive around me. I really can't say that I accomplished anything as a spy.
What was your most dangerous stunt?
My most dangerous stunt was when I was buried under 6 foot of earth. I almost died trying to escape. I was very, very lucky that I could get my hand through the surface of the dirt, and that my assistants pulled me out. I was close to dying on 2 different times. One was when I was buried in the earth, and the other was the time that I dove into the frozen river. I misjudged the strength of the current and almost failed to return to the hole in the ice. That was as close. Those were the 2 times that I came very close to killing myself.
Okay. Why did you push yourself to do such dangerous stunts?
I was always trying to impress my audience. I wanted to be the greatest magician of all time and the greatest escape artist. It seemed that if the people thought that I was truly risking my life, that more of them would come to see me. I guess it was very silly of me. I did almost succeed in killing myself on several occasions.
Did you ever have a near-death experience?
Yes, the time I dove into the river I was very near death, and I was seeing images of my loved ones in my head. I honestly thought that I was not going to make it out of the river that time. I guess you would consider that the closest thing to a near-death experience that I ever exhibited.
Okay. How long could you hold your breath?
I could hold my breath well over 3 minutes. I practiced it continuously and actually learned to control my breathing because it was so critical to many of my stunts.
Yeah. How did you make the elephant disappear?
It was actually one of my better tricks. It was one of the greatest illusions that I ever attempted. And when I succeeded, no one realized how I accomplished the task. I am tempted to disclose how I did it, but as all great magicians, they hate to give up their long-held secrets. Even though I did disclose in my books and autobiography many of the secrets to how I did my great escapes.
Which stunt did you enjoy the most?
I think the one that I enjoyed the most was the one in the milk can. It was so easy to do, and yet everyone thought it was so difficult. I laughed every time that I pulled the trick off because it was just simply so easy, and I fooled so many people.
Who introduced you to spiritualism?
I had a friend that introduced me to spiritualism. He was a great author. Doyle was one of my best friends, and he was convinced that spiritualism was very real. I, as because I understood the intricacies of magic, realized that most of the people that he believed in were fakes.
So then why were you so opposed to spiritualists?
My work as a magician was very pure, even though I created illusions. I never attempted to lie or fake or impose on truths on the people. The spiritualists that I ran into were common frauds. They were using fake techniques to influence people and using that influence to make vast sums of money. I hated the idea that people were being defrauded.
Okay. Why did you not see a doctor when you had appendicitis?
I thought that it was, I did not realize that it was appendicitis. I had been hit in the stomach, and I thought that it was just the pain that I was feeling was related to that injury. If I had known for sure, I would have gone to the doctor. Now that I am over here, I realize that it was my time to pass, but it was very stupid of me.
Okay. Did you give Whitehead permission to hit you in the stomach?
Yes, I did, but I was not prepared when he hit me the first time. I generally needed some time to get my stomach muscles prepared, and I was also suffering the first symptoms of my bad appendix. So I don't think that being hit in the stomach burst my appendix, because that came later, but I did feel physical discomfort from the injury.
There's a theory that you were poisoned. Is that true?
No, I simply died of the infection that came from my burst appendix.
Okay. What is your opinion of the Houdini Museum?
I enjoy going there and watching them. I do watch their foolish attempts to communicate with me on my birthday, or on the date that I died, on Halloween. It does seem very appropriate in certain respects that my day of passing was also Halloween. But they have done a wonderful job of trying to reconstruct and to keep my memory alive. And as a true vaudeville person, I love the fact that people still remember me and are amazed at my feats.
Okay, I think we know the answer to this already, but have you ever tried to answer them at the seances?
No, I really haven't. I do stand back and watch, and I often laugh at their attempts. I guess I could have come forward and spoke with them, but I just thought it would increase the mystery of my life. Once I start speaking as I have tonight, much of the mystery about my life will cease to exist. All of us great showmen like to have parts of their lives shrouded in mystery.
What is your opinion of David Copperfield?
I am impressed with David. He has done a wonderful job of pushing the envelope on great feats. I wish at times he was not so commercialized, but he is indeed a wonderful magician. I appreciate that he purchased many of my items and has been instrumental in preserving much of the memories of my work. I would highly recommend that anyone should go see David. He is truly a master at our profession.
Do you ever plan to reincarnate?
I have thought about it, but I will not do it unless my wife decides to return with me. Of course, if I am requested by a higher authority, I would agree to return. But for the time being, I'm very happy over here. It is a wonderful place, and I am enjoying every minute of being here with my wonderful wife.
Do you have a final message for us?
Yes. I think I would like to tell all of my fans that watch my old movies how much I love them and enjoy the fact that I can still amaze and have people stare in wonderment that I could accomplish what I was able to do. I am very thankful that there are movies that still exist today showing some of my feats. I did consider myself the greatest escape artist of all time, and I do not believe that anybody has challenged that. I want to thank all of the people that still study what I accomplished and what I did. Now that I am on the other side, my perspective has certainly changed. I do want to tell everyone that heaven is very, very real, and that it is well worth living a good life to reap the rewards as I have been able to do myself. In life, there were things that I would change, but that can be said by everyone. Tonight, I broke a promise to myself and have come through to speak. I thank you all for listening, and I thank you all for still being fans of mine. With these words, I'm going to say good night, and I hope that you will continue to remain fans of my work. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Well, that was a very interesting interview, and I thank Houdini for coming through for us on this evening. So with these words, I'm going to say good night. If you like what you see on my YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. We will be doing more of these interviews in the future. Good night, God bless, and thank all of you.